What's up, everyone? Just wanted to hop on the mic real quick and explain the two trades I took today. They were both very good trades, actually. The second one I didn't really manage as well, but I'm going to talk about it and we're going to get into it. Today's theme is kind of just managing, once again, managing risk, but also avoiding fakeouts and sticking to the plan. And also when to use trailing stops and when not to use trailing stops is also another good lesson that I learned today. I learned a bunch of cool things and I made some money. So it's awesome when I get to learn and make money at the same time. All right, let's get right into it. So the first play that I called out in the Discord was this Microsoft play, and it was a all-time high / high daybreak. You may be thinking, well, why didn't I call out this all-time high break? That is because it was a fake out, and the reason why I knew it was a fake out was because as soon as it wasn't a very strong close here. If you look at this candle here, it's kind of like a doji looking thing. It's got an Arval spike, sure, but price couldn't really move higher. Buyers, weren't really present as much as I'd like them to be, and look at that, it sold off. So if you're looking at it from like this point of view here, let's just say look at the candles real quick. So we're coming into really use 90-minute supply, and let's say, all right, it's coming up. Now all these orders are getting taken out again. We're approaching all-time high. Is this a time for me to get in? Well, maybe. And I also mentioned that I was looking to go long here, but this was a terrible close for this candle. We lost a little bit of volume, and what I wanted to see was volume backing up this candle here, closing strong. Not really a wick I wanted to see here, and it showed me that it was that buyers and sellers were in this tug of war. So what I wanted to do was see the next candle and see what we would have done. If we can close with volume again, then sure, I'll enter or enter on a retest. And this is what happened. We just dropped hard rejection, which is super bearish on all-time highs. And the next couple candles, well, we sold off a little bit. And then hold on, here we come back up again. And then we're going to come to my entry candle, which is this one. So we're going to zoom out here just so you can get a little bit of a clearer look. Okay, so I saw that we were basing out in supply here. It was really used, so you say what you want about this supply zone. It was kind of broken here, but I just knew that this was a key area in general. And we had all-time highs here. This was the new all-time high, so I really wanted to take this thing long above there. But what I was actually doing was I saw this RBNR forming inside the all-time high area, the supply zone, and I was speculating that based on increasing volume here, you can even see the increasing volume here. You can even draw like a little line here. I'll do that for you guys real quick. So you can even see that volume was increasing on an uptrend here. And all you need is volume and price. That's it. Volume and price. So we pushed up, increasing volume. We kind of based out here again, which is interesting. I like this little wick here. Shows that buyers were sort of present towards the end of this candle here. So I got in right at the close of this candle. I said, oh, okay, this is great. We might have an RBNR forming. My stop was below this basing candle right around 242.20, and I got in right around here. And so it was a 20-cent stop for a move to the upside, which I was super happy about. I was also going to look to take profits if we rejected all-time high. So basically what happened was we pushed up, and I was super happy. I was already in the green here. Contracts were moving like crazy. No reason to sell here. No reason to sell. This next candle, volume kind of died off a little bit. Wasn't too thrilled about that, especially since we were at all-time highs. We were kind of rejecting, so this next candle was huge on where it was going to go, and then we pushed up immediately. I know it looks weird now, but if you were watching price when I was, this was a really nice, strong, bullish candle, and I was actually like thinking, oh, maybe I should scale out, maybe I should scale out. But my original target here was 243.5. So I wanted to stick to the plan. My first target was 243, actually. Sorry. So my first target was 243, and then 244, and then 245. That's where I was looking to scale out and totally exit at 245 just because it's a nice round number. And my first target was 243. So as soon as we made it over 243, I wanted to lock in profits there. And that's okay, especially if you're dealing with a small account. And you want to secure profits. There's no reason why this trade should go red on you. There's no reason why you should sort of let your trade go back down here like this and stop out for a loss, because high day breaks, all-time high breaks, scalps, you want to take your profits fast and when you have them. So the idea here was, all right, I'm going to move my trailing stop up to 243, which is what I did. We broke through here with volume. At the time, it was severe buying pressure. With an Arval spike, I was thinking, oh, this is looking beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I thought we were definitely going to hit this 243.5, 244 area, and then even go up to 245. I was that confident. We had this nice uptrend going here, as you can see. And I was thinking, this is great. But that didn't happen. And I was thinking, all right, if we close below 243, that's super bearish. And I was going to get out of my trade there. So what happened was I stopped out right after the close of this candle for, not the best gain. I was, this is like a 10, 15% gain, maybe even a little less actually. And I was up actually like 30% up at here once. I was up a pretty penny here on the contracts, and but the most important thing is I stuck to my plan. That's what it is at the end of the day, because if this closed at 243, sure, I could have taken my profits at 30%. You're totally right. However, my plan was to hold until 243.5, 244, and then 245, which is, look where we got at the end of the day. But look at it as of here. It's okay. I took my profits. I was happy, and it kind of dipped below here, and I didn't really want to hold there. I probably would have been super pissed off if I just was like, oh, I got frustrated and I sold down here. It's possible, sure. My original stop loss was 242.20. It never hit there, but my trailing stop was here, and it's okay to take profits on a small account, especially if you have the risk tolerance to do so. Obviously, you want to stick to your plan at 242.2 and just sort of ride the wave and be patient that this is going to work out and trust your analysis. And sure enough, it did. It did work out, and we hit 245, and contracts were up. I think it was like 50, 60, 70% at one time. At its highest peak, I think they were up 70%. So it was a beautiful trade. I just took profits obviously early, but where I wanted to. In the future, if the trade does work out, it's going to hold above 243. We're going to see some basing here and push up to 245, and it's going to be a huge payday. Unfortunately, today was not that day. We came out with a little green, and profit is profit, but a super good lesson to learn. An awesome trade. I was super happy with this trade, even though it didn't work out extremely well or in terms of money wise, but I managed it really well. That's just my risk tolerance. I like to take profits when I have them. If I saw this candle, I probably would have been down 50%. Who knows? And I probably would have been like, oh my goodness, I'm screwed. But, I stuck to the plan and took profits up here. So that was the Microsoft trade. Super happy about that one. Super strong, super cool, great scalp. And honestly, I could have re-entered here. I could have re-entered here when I saw it bounce off this 242.2 level again. And I could have just rode one out for the rest of the day. It's possible. Could have gotten chopped out on theta. I could have taken another play here, but there wasn't that much. Let me just see the Arval on it. I don't think there was that much volume on it, on this scalp above. So I would have entered again here. Yeah, I honestly could have entered here again. Volume was kind of increasing again. So this actually would have been a good entry here. We closed above all-time highs again, and you could have rode it all the way up to 245. So completely missed that move. Would have been nice if I was paying attention at this point on Microsoft, but didn't happen. Yeah. So now for our next trade on Neo. On Neo, it was another good trade that we called out in the chat room, and pretty much what this was a break above the key level on 58, and what happened was we saw this nice volume push up here with an Arval spike, and this was a good trade. And the original plan, which I said in the chat room, was the stop was going to be at 57.8. We entered right here at this candle, sort of we were forming an RBNR above the 58 level with increasing volume up here, as you can see. You can even see on the volume indicator down here, we were increasing volume. We're going above this key level. It was looking good, and the first and final target was 58.5. It was going to be another scalp. And it was a poorly managed trade. I actually got out here for pretty much break even, a little bit of a loss on down here. And I saw, I was thinking, all right, if we close below 58, that's super bearish. We're going to close below this key level. And it was a mistake on my part, because the idea here is I didn't stick to my plan. I didn't stick to my original plan of 57.8 as my stop loss, which I should have been, especially with one and final target. And sure enough, I got to trust my analysis a little bit more. and think that, all right, it's going to bounce off this 57.8 level, because as you can see, it was a key intraday support level. It was resistance, and we know that resistance turns to support. And as you can see, look at that, it's beautiful, bounced off. This would have been another great entry. We were riding this trend line, beautiful. And surprisingly enough, we hit this 58.5 level. That would have been my area to scale out. And sure enough, that would have been the most beautiful exit ever. And the contracts were up about 30% at one point. And yeah, they were up a decent amount. Even though for this 50-cent move, they were up 30%, which is a huge gain on this small move. So I was super happy about this trade, even though I didn't manage it the best. I just got to trust myself a little bit more. And it was a good trade overall, and I hope you guys learned something about that. So thanks for watching.